Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Maze newsletter. It's much easier for me to record a message for you than to write it in words. So that's what I'm going to be doing from now on. I wanted to follow on from last month's little video that I did, which was called Pain, the Pain Game. And I wanted to talk about what is the opposite of pain. And the word that came to my mind was comfort. So last month I was talking about pain from a physical perspective because I had a really sore back, and thank goodness that is much better now. I've been seeing the chiropractor regularly, got a new massage therapist who's done wonders, and I've started Pilates and just sort of trying to be more conscious really. So fingers crossed that the back's okay because I'm off to Las Vegas tomorrow on a big journey, and I want to be comfortable. So yeah, I was talking about physical pain, and then we was also sort of pointing towards emotional pain, that I could see that when I kept myself in the story of physical pain, that I was very self-absorbed with me, and I saw the same thing plays out with emotional pain. So I talk a lot about being comfortable in my workshops and things like that. And there's that lovely, you'll read it on the newsletter, the Oxford or Cambridge dictionaries, description of what is comfort. But a lot of them are pointing to it's when there is no pain that we're comfortable. So I see that, we can be comfortable physically, right? Like I love comfort. I love being comfortable in bed. I love being comfortable in my clothing. The older that I'm getting, and the reason I'm going to Vegas is because I'm 50 this year, so it's my big 50th, and I'm going with nine of us, 8 school friends, and we're all 50, just turned 50 or coming up for 50. So it's going to be an amazing time and a lot of fun. But I've realised that I'm more prone to comfortable shoes, comfortable clothing, comfortable, just that. I love it. I love that feeling. It feels easy. It's a bit like if you've got shoes on that are too, if you've been out for a night out and you've got high heels on, just taking them off, that relief. Or in the summer you've got, your bra's too tight and you take it off, it's lovely. Or any of those things where it's that, it just feels better, right? So comfort is physically displayed, and we really get to see that if you're in a comfortable bed, if your pillows are comfortable. But a bit like that's what I'd call the physical sort of element. I want to talk about that emotional element where we're just comfortable. We're comfortable with ourselves. We're comfortable with being uncomfortable. We're comfortable with we're comfortable with other people's uncomfortableness. So maybe you've got people in your family or workplace who are, always moaning or criticising or miserable or not in a very good place. When we're comfortable with other people's uncomfortableness, that serves us very well. We can glide through a bit more life without people having this power to get on our nerves or wear us down. That doesn't mean we won't make good decisions from wisdom. And it's everyone's got their intolerance level. It's hard being around people like that. But what I want to talk about today is your kind of comfortableness, and where that comes from. So I wrote something down here earlier of what was my point. What did I want to really explain to you guys? And the point that I came up with was, your comfort comes from you. It doesn't come from your situation or your circumstance or any events going on or other people. Your experience of life is self-created. And that's what we talk about here at the Serendipity Experience and in our programs, how that happens. And when we look and see the behind the scenes, if you like, the creation of our thoughts being brought alive, that's what happens. Thoughts pop in our head. They're brought alive with whatever level of consciousness we happen to be at. And that's how situations and other people look to us. So when I'm in a good place and I'm comfortable with myself, it seems to me that looking out there at the world, I have more tolerance, I have more patience, I have more compassion. Even if somebody's doing something that's really awkward or annoying or whatever, I can either have a comfortable conversation, like get curious, like, with where they're coming from, why they're acting like that. Or I comfortably remove myself from a situation, or I know when to walk away. I make better decisions. That's just how it works. So the question is, you know, is comfort the opposite of pain? And do you notice when you're comfortable in yourself, or do you only notice when you're not? I find quite often when we're good, when we're in a good place, when we're happy, we don't really reflect on that so much. We don't analyze that. We don't need to, because it just feels right. It feels good. It feels like being home. There's something about the comfort of an old pair of slippers, or there's something about the comfort of walking into somewhere that's local, whether that's your local tennis or squash club, or your local pub, or your local meeting, or your local workplace, whatever that is for you, the local park. It's something about feels homely and comfortable and feels nice, and that feeling is inside you. It really, really is. It's always there. It's just that it gets covered up by all this kind of personal thinking, the fearful thinking, the ifs and the buts and the doubts and the ego and all of that stuff. All of that stuff that just gets in the way of our loving presence. If you would like to know more, but I want you to just give me a call and let's have a personal chat. I would love to talk more with you about being comfortable with uncomfortableness. And I'd like you to just be aware the next time that you find yourself in a situation or a position that doesn't feel very comfortable for you, just get curious of how that's created. And you're only, one thought away or one breath away from being comfortable again. I'm going to say big happy end of May to you guys. Have a great June. I'll be back with a little video towards the end of June. So lots of love. See you soon.